So starting last night, there was a 5-alarm fire with over 100 firefighters fighting a fire around the corner from our house. A apartment building under construction caught on fire. And as we came out of our houses, me, my family, the neighbors, to check on all the embers landing on our houses and in our grass, and we're really dry right now. We were all kind of gathering, talking, checking in with each other, and watching these really big embers and small embers hitting our houses. And it was pretty miraculous watching that none of our houses caught on fire. And when we walked around the corner, embers were going on dry grass, on dry trees, and nothing was catching on fire. And as I was connecting in and tuning in to what was happening, I was watching some of my neighbors who follow a very Orthodox path, and I watched them just pray deeper and deeper. And this is a prayer, these prayers were different than, let's say, a religious structure. These were prayers from their ancestors. They were harnessing the power of their ancestors, these ancient lineages, to help support the prayers of our neighborhood, of our houses, of the area. And watching that, I started to connect with my ancestors. And I was asking them, show me where to go from here and what to do. And that same thing happens. The ancient ones came forward. And what I was shown was that our fire element within us was raging. That, and I say we, meaning the people, my neighbors, my family, and I. And that we needed to reharmonize our elements within. So I started to call upon the water element, because we had really bad winds too. So it was like a raging wind and fire elements just stirred up, and it was really hard not to be tweaked from that. So I started connecting with the water element within, and that started to ground things, started to kind of calm the storms down, calm the fire and the winds down. And then once that started soothing, the water started soothing, then the earth element came forward. And that was a grounding. It was a pulling down and in, a connection within. And it was kind of like how dirt, you could put dirt on top of a fire and it'll extinguish. That was the energy, that was the feeling. And that reharmonizing of the elements within truly helped to kind of get me centered and reconnected, as well as my family. And I could sense around the neighborhood shifted too, because it wasn't just like my prayers and my connection, it was the neighbors, it was the area. I live in a more Orthodox area, so it was like everyone's prayers, not just the worries, not just the freaking out. It was a different level of prayer that was coming forward, and level of like connection forward. So I'm thanking the ancient ones for coming forward and reminding me these ancient teachings that we have within us that can help every day to get through life and help get through these other challenges as well.